sing one song. Bwana usema. Haya. Bwana rafiki yangu ewe, katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe pamoja na wewe katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe pamoja na wewe katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe mali ili niheshimiwe, kutema shaka sawa sawa na wewe, pamoja na wewe, pamoja na wewe, katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe, niongoze mbinguni niingie na wewe pamoja na wewe katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe mahali hapa sikutaka ili niheshimiwe kutema shaka sawa sawa na wewe pamoja na wewe katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MJR YouTube channel. We are going to discuss the meeting that took place between President William Samoei Arap Ruto and the Pentecostal / Evangelical church leaders in State House, Nairobi. And the importance of this meeting, politically speaking, and how it is necessary for William Ruto to hold such kinds of meeting. And it is a subsequent meeting after he did one of such with former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Why would Ruto call these leaders to State House today and before the end of the year? We know that in leadership and in a power play, the game of the throne, there are forces. And the two forces that control the world are the religious forces, the religion force, and the Freemasonry. These forces compete to control the world. And in Kenya, since the inception of self-rule, Freemason has have a big stake in controlling this country. And we know how they helped Jomo Kenyatta and Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi to lead the country. As much as these leaders were members of some churches or religion, they were members of Freemasons. And Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, he was a member of AIC, African Inland Church. At the same time, he was a member of Freemason. Jomo Kenyatta's family are members of the Catholic Church, but they are also members of Freemasons. And they control Kenyan economically. Daniel Moi controls this country when it comes to power play. And the family of Nyayo has a stake in shaping the leadership of this country. We know the Odinga families also control this country in terms of mass movement, and they are good in that area. And that's why most of the presidents of this country must, in one way or the other, associate themselves with the Odingas, because the masses are following the Odinga family. Now, this is how the meeting of President William Ruto was politically significant. When Daniel Moi and Jomo Kenyatta were propelled into power and protected by Freemasonry, Kibaki's leadership was propelled and protected by the Catholic Church. Catholic is a force on its own, and that is why in Rome, Vatican is independent, and Vatican is ruled and headed by Pope. It is not under the Roman or Italian leadership or rule. It is independent. And therefore, Catholic has a force to determine leadership in different parts of the world. So Kibaki was supported and held solely by the Catholic Church. And that is why he tried to follow what Catholic Church dictated. And when it came to Uhuru Kenyatta, despite having roots with the Freemasonry, he was also a member of the Catholic. And therefore, it was very easy for him to lead and to rule this country. But due to masses and disruption from the public, he had to bring on board Raila Odinga to have peace in ruling this country, because the masses and the people are always with the Odingas. And after that, we saw how now the Pentecostal leaders, this is now where the meeting of today comes in. The Pentecostal churches and evangelical churches came together to propel William Ruto to State House race. And for that reason, when there is a crisis, Ruto will go back to Pentecostal and evangelical churches who stood with him to elevate him to State House. So today's meeting was a damage control meeting. The country at the moment reject William Samoei Ruto. And in terms of popularity, Ruto's support base or popularity has declined. And this is how Ruto is trying to manage popularity and to ensure that he ascend into power for second term come 2022. This is how he's going to win. He has captured the Odingas. He has brought Odinga close to him, which give him one step on how to capture the popularity or the masses. Once he brings Odinga closer to him, he has bring the masses. Now, this is the calculation. Now, because the Kenyatta family controls the economy of this country and Freemasons have been supporting Kenyatta's family, that's why they control this country in that way. He has gone for the Kenyatta family. Now he is going back to Pentecostal and evangelical churches, which propelled him into power through prayers. Because now the Catholics are moving away from him the same way the SK are doing. So he is only remaining with those two options. And if it works for him well, Ruto is going to win and capture the presidency in 2027, because many of those people who are campaigning against the president, they don't have a better option to wrestle President William Samoei Ruto in the ballot come 2027. The Gen Zs who were leading the revolution, they retreated, and perhaps they are strategizing on how to come and to remove Ruto from power, but without a proper candidate, because we know that in Kenya is a democratic state, which the president is only elected through the ballot, and there is no any other way that we can have another president. So come 2027, the Gen Zs must have a strategy. But the question is, who is this candidate that can be fronted to wrestle President William Samoei Ruto in the ballot, having brought Odinga on board and is now courting the Kenyatas to support him economically? And the Moi family are still silent, and I know they are supporting William Ruto silently because they always work together with the Kenyatas. And therefore, today's meeting was not just a coincidence. It is a meeting with a sole reason. Even if the Catholic leaders did not attend that meeting, we know that the leaders or the religion, the denominations that propelled and supported Ruto were the Pentecostal and Evangelical. So, ladies and gentlemen, without proper planning on the side of the Gen Zs and those who want Ruto out of office, without a good and a formidable formation, Ruto is going to capture this seat very early in the morning, come 2027, because he is strategically planning on how he is going to approach the election and how he is going to win this election without rigging, because Kenyans forget very quickly, Kenyans forget very easily, and the biggest number of voters are not the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs must now go out and to get the ID cards and to register as voters in large numbers. But even if they register, whom will they bring into power? Who will change these countries? Thank you for your time, and may God bless you.